I just got a PS5 digital. It should be arriving at around July 8th. But in the meantime, I won't be streaming this or any of my other games for at least 4 days. Need to take a break and all, you know? Hold on. Anyway, in case you haven't heard the news, I just got a PS5. A digital one from Walmart. Won't arrive until July 8th. Isn't that just excited news? And I'm as happy as a picnic. Falcone claimed my family is responsible for the downfall of Gotham, that they were the biggest gangsters of all. He's not to be trusted, but his accusations can't be ignored either. My parents, Dad was a physician, Mom was a philanthropist. They worked tirelessly to help the less fortunate, setting up numerous charities and expending their vast resources to improve the city and its citizens. Murdered in an attempted robbery by a man known as Joe Chill, deceased. Alfred Pennyworth, Wayne family butler. He never lets me forget the memory of my parents. They're the reason I do everything I do. Keeping sight of that helps me to remember the man inside the bat. Sometimes I lose that focus, but Alfred reminds me. Faithful, patient, ever helpful Alfred. He's been a part of the family my whole life. He raised me when my parents were murdered and guided me when I thought I was lost. He's my butler, my confidant, and the most secret weapon in my arsenal. He complains frequently about my nightly activities, but he's still there to patch me up when I need it. Harvey Dent, Gotham City District Attorney, mayoral candidate. I have Harvey looking into why Mayor Hill has seized my assets, but maybe I should be more concerned that his new friend, Selina Kyle, is the Catwoman. A new friend, and the best district attorney Gotham City has seen in years. His political ambitions have always been as big as his ego, and now he's hoping to become mayor. He's got so many great ideas for how to save the city. I think he'll be good for Gotham, but I have to steer him down the right path to get there. He's too easily swayed by anyone with power, regardless of their murky morality. Hamilton Hill, mayor of Gotham City. Falcone mentioned some kind of criminal involvement between the Falcones, the Hills, and the Waynes. To what is he referring? Exhibit A. And what's wrong with this city? Hill should have been thrown out of office years ago, but he's got his hands wrapped around Gotham's government in a death grip. He's been suspected of numerous crimes, but there's never been enough to make any of it stick. He's rotten to the core, and one day this city will realize it. Harvey's out there doing his best, and hopefully this upcoming election will be the end of Hill's corrupt administration. Catwoman crimes. Mayor's office break-in, burglary, petty larceny. It turns out her real name is Selina Kyle, and she's friends with Harvey. But more troubling, she knows I'm Bruce Wayne. This will need to be dealt with soon. Theft for hire. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. Not even who she's working for. I wish I did, because she's so good at what she does. She caught me off guard during the break-in at the mayor's office. That was a mistake I won't let happen again. But I don't think she's a threat to be put down. Yet I need to find out more about her. Oswald Cobblepot, a.k.a. Penguin. Crimes, arms dealing, illegal boxing matches, receiving stolen property. It turns out he's back in town looking to restore his family name, and he's targeting Carmine Falcone. Still not sure what his plan is, but it's going to be trouble. He was a childhood friend, but he's almost a stranger to me now, just like me. His family fell apart here in Gotham. He went off to boarding school in England, and there our paths diverged. He seems to have fallen into a life of crime. The last 2 decades gave him a lengthy rap sheet and a strange nickname. The Penguin? What happened to you, Oz? James Gordon. Lieutenant, GCPD, Major Crimes Unit, Associates Barbara Gordon, daughter. I gave him all the evidence he needs to take down Falcone. It's a huge task, but Gordon should be able to marshal the power of the GCPD to finish the job once and for all. He's a good by-the-book cop in a department that doesn't trust Batman. He was recently tapped to lead the Major Crimes Task Force, an impressive promotion, so he's doing something right. I think he could be a trustworthy and reliable source of info, but I'll need to cultivate that relationship. He's a family man, so he's not willing to take necessary risks on the street. That's fine. I'll take the risks. Vicki Vale, investigative journalist, Gotham Gazette. I gave her a quote to help defend my family's name via the media. That's the only way to get in front of this scandal. One of the Gazette's most ambitious and competent reporters. I've read her stuff. Some of it can be a bit tabloid, but her passion for the truth is undeniable. She's been with the paper for a while, covered all kinds of beats. Someone like that has the kind of access others would kill for. She might even hear more about what's going on in Gotham than I do. One day, I may need to find out what she knows. Carmine Falcone, Skyline Club owner, head of Falcone crime family. Falcone admitted to owning the chemicals and selling them for profit, but said he had no involvement in the dock heist. Who did this is still in question. He also claims my parents were the biggest gangsters in the city. How can that possibly be true? I left him for the cops to deal with now that they have the evidence to get him committed. So long, Falcone. The worst kind of gangster, the one who tries to mingle with high society. He seems to have his hands in everything, including smuggling, real estate, bribery, and fraud. I could haul him to jail, but he'd walk the next day. I could shut down one operation, but 2 would pop up in its place. His empire is vast and multi-layered. finding hard, admissible evidence is required for a conviction. Gotham City, population 10 million. Carmine Falcone and Mayor Hill are the root of that corruption. They claim my family is involved too, but that can't be true. The city is like a living creature. It's always growing outward and upward. The people who live here are survivors. They have to be, and they deserve better than the corruption that infests this place. Arkham Asylum, established November 1921. I'll have to check to see if that's in the comics. Gotham City's only maximum security psychiatric hospital, for now. Outdated in every way, building is falling apart, equipment is antiquated, and the staff's mythology leaves much to be desired. When the Thomas and Martha Wayne Memorial Hospital opens, these patients will finally get the treatment they need. Wayne Enterprises, established 1870. Carmine Falcone implicated my family in this corrupt business dealings with Mayor Hill. It's got to be a lie. Multinational corporation founded my ancestors, covering all manner of manufacturing and finance. I inherited a majority stake from my father, but I'm not involved in the day-to-day operations. However, the R&D resources have been helpful in pursuing my private interests. Sorry I couldn't really put up episode 2. I've got to pay for it, and I don't feel like paying right now, so you should have enjoyed the Codex. It's rather nice. Here are my choices. And that's it.